Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Savage NASCAR Podcast. And today I'm joined by Chris Carr. He runs NASCAR Planet on Instagram. And thanks for being here today.
Hey, thanks for having me, and let's talk some NASCAR.
So when did you become interested in NASCAR, or how did you get interested in NASCAR?
Let's see, I started following NASCAR basically around 1997, and that was shortly thereafter. Went to my first race in Atlanta Motor Speedway. It was the last race of the year when Jeff Gordon won his second Winston Cup title. Bobby Labonte actually won the race. I just didn't know the implications at the time, how tight of a race it was with the championship with Mark Martin not too far behind, and how Jeff had to go to a backup car. But my friend who basically invited me was the related somewhat to Harold Brasington, who built Darlington, and he just kind of really introduced me to the sport.
That's pretty awesome. So was this the Atlanta Motor Speedway before it got reconfigured? I didn't remember the 1997 points race being that close, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was before I was born. But anyway, yeah, Mark Martin was close behind them, and that's pretty cool. Did you come from a racing family or a family that liked NASCAR, or how did that all go about?
So yeah, I believe that was the first year with the reconfiguration of Atlanta Motor Speedway. So that was another thing that I just had no conception that it had been reconfigured. And racing, I guess you could kind of say it's in my blood now because of me. But I was 23 when I went to that race, but have been following it religiously since, and been well over to 20 races.
When did you decide to start social media and create your NASCAR account?
Just over 2 years that I started NASCAR Planet. Just kind of started it by default, just posting some older pictures that I'd had, and literally that I'd taken from a disposable camera. Just sort of became just this passion, and next thing you know, this page, it got really big. People really liked the throwback and the old school feel, so I've just kept running with it. I get the greatest joy when I see people be able to recollect those times, but also I love to recognize, with NASCAR today and how it folds and how it's created from yesterday.
Your account has definitely grown, and it's become quite popular in the NASCAR community, and we love your posts with the awesome throwbacks and the videos. And one video you posted recently was you doing the Hungry Jack Challenge, which you absolutely killed. My performance in that was terrible. I just decided not to post it. I did so bad. But tell us about the Hungry Jack Challenge, and how many times did it take you to do that, or did you just nail it in one try?
I think with the doing the Hungry Jack Challenge, it's just about having fun, and this is where I hope that because I think some people take the NASCAR sport way too seriously, and this is just me having fun. And I will say though, it took about 10 takes to produce what you saw on my feed, but it was a lot of fun. But my take on NASCAR is just enjoy it, have fun, don't take it too seriously, and that's what I try to do every day, man. Because I love the sport.
100%, definitely. That's the same reason why I started my account, and I started my account, about a little over a year ago. And it was for the same reason, to have fun and just show my passion for the sport, show how much I enjoy it and have fun with it. And as you said, the NASCAR community can be bad, and I've experienced that firsthand. I've had multiple incidents over the past year. The season's coming closer to an end. We're in the playoffs right now. What do you think, or what's some of your predictions for this upcoming race at Bristol on Saturday night?
So yeah, the Bristol race, that's the cutoff race. I'm going to say Clint Boyer, Cole Custer, Matt DiBurrito, and Ryan Blaney are all going to go home. Sentimental favorite would be Kurt Busch, but I don't think he's going to get the job done. I think the win is going to go somewhere between Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon. I think Austin Dillon has already made a statement, and I think he wants to continue that momentum and get a win this Saturday night. So we'll have to see.
Not bad, not bad. I do disagree with your pick to win with Clint Boyer. I don't see him winning a race this year, but anyway, my pick to win is Kyle Busch. I think he'll finally get himself a win here this season. He's had a rough year, and I don't really think there'll be many incidents or wrecks, but I think the race will be a good one. It'll be close, tight battles. Austin Dillon, like he said, has definitely been a surprise. It's really cool to see him running up front, and I did not expect him to be in the position where he could advance to the next round. I didn't think he was going to make it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Austin Dillon has been just really, really cool to watch. You know, I got to see him run in Darlington, and just with that package that he's got right now, and the way he just rolled that right into last weekend and then into Bristol. So he might just be one of those sleepers for the championship.
I know this is kind of off topic, but I went by Darlington on the way to the beach when I went on vacation last week, and I went by when they were having the Xfinity race, and you said you were there. How many times have you been to Darlington, or how many races have you been there? I've always wanted to go, but I've never been to a race at Darlington. I've passed by it multiple times, and I even went to the museum once. And have you checked out the museum before? I thought it was kind of odd that at the museum they have Darrell Waltrip's car from when he crashed Daytona and flipped down the backstretch, because the wreck happened at Daytona, not Darlington.
I pretty much consider Darlington Raceway my home track. You know, the first race I went to was in 1998, right? It was the first one where they, just like Atlanta, they had reconfigured it. You know, I've been to, I want to say, about 15 races. I've caught every throwback race except the one last year. You know, there's something special about Darlington. It's the only track that is shaped like that. And man, you know, the museum is incredible. To be able to see Bill Elliott's 1985 $1 million win car, and just all the other stuff, especially, you know, Cale Yarborough's 1980 Oldsmobile. If you haven't been there, visit it, see a race there. Plus, I got to see the trucks run a little bit.
And there was a lot of announcements made recently about drivers leaving teams, and the major one being Bubba Wallace leaving Richard Petty Motorsports. And 2021 is going to look different for sure, with a lot of new names around with different teams, and Jimmy Johnson leaving the Cup Series, going to IndyCar. What is some of your predictions for the silly season, and who do you think is going to go where?
You know, it's weird. I feel like every season there is lots of driver changes. But I just really want to concentrate. You know, our 7-time champion, Jimmy Johnson, you know, he's retired, and who is going to replace the 48? 2020 has been, you know, a great season. Obviously, this has been a challenging year for everybody. But, you know, 2021 and the driver changes, we'll just see what unfolds.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talks and rumors, you know, about drivers going here and there and all that, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see where drivers go. And another thing that's been in the news recently has been Auto Club Speedway, that they are going to reconfigure that track and make it more of a short track, but with high banks.
With the reconfiguration of California Speedway being a short track, I guess we'll just have to see how it unfolds. I mean, is it going to be the Bristol of the West?
Well, that's going to do it for our time here today. In the first episode of the Savage NASCAR Podcast, I would like to thank you for joining today. And is there anything you would like to say, or any closing remarks?
Hey, I appreciate you having me on. It was really awesome. Save me a car for the upcoming season for the Superbird race series. I'd love to join.
Thank you for joining today, and I definitely will. The NASCAR Superbird Cup Series is starting back in October, so please go follow Chris Carr on Instagram. His account is at NASCAR Planet, so go check that out and show him some love.
You are absolutely too nice, and I appreciate you having me.
And with that, we've reached the checkered flag, and have a blessed day.